Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Infected Free Zone once more into a stormy day. That's what we're on right now, a stormy day. I've got the plans for the wall put in, and I've decided I'm going to go out this way across the road, and I'm going to use all of these buildings instead. It's only a small bit of extra resources that I would have been using anyway, but it allows me to use all of these buildings really close together. Definitely liking that idea. We're at 76 food now. It just ticked over on noon. We're at 76 food. They just released a patch for the game as well. It's changed a few things with balancing. It's made building structures a bit faster, tearing down structures a bit faster. They've corrected the problems with the towers and such, so we'll take a look at that today probably too. And they've done a whole bunch of other stuff too. You can see the patch notes. Whether or not the kitchens and stuff will work, I don't know. But I've been avoiding using it for a while because I know that there's a high probability of this stuff being bugged. So we're going to give it a shot. And I've decided that the cookhouse is going to be this building here. All right, so this is where all the cooking happens. There's 25 staff possible here on this. I like it. We're going to go ahead and select that building. And I kind of need the walls to be done here. They are partially done with the fortified structures here, so we do have some builders that are working on these things. But I think I'm going to have this building here be another warehouse. So it's over, like, you know, nearby the wall and everything on this side. And that way we could pull resources from this warehouse to bring into the cookhouse too. But they can also drop stuff off a little bit faster over on this side. And we're going to end up using all these buildings instead of tearing them down. So we're going to say that we go, let's see, warehouse. This is going to give me an extra...
There's nothing left.
Yeah, I think like an extra 459 space is probably pretty good here. So we're going to go ahead and make that happen. And then we can get started on cooking things, yeah? But in order to really get started on cooking things, we're going to also need barns to get the chickens and stuff going. And so we've got 24 bags of grain right now. I'm going to have let's do 2 barns made. Okay? So 2 barns to start. Most of these are going to end up being barns. And then all of our fields and stuff where we're growing and everything will all be right there. It is a stormy day. Let me just go ahead and check my squads really quick. These guys are done with what I told them to do. They're not full, but they're done with what I told them to do. So I'm going to bring them back to focus on, let's say... you know, we can bring them back to, like, these buildings.
Let's do it.
Let's bring them back to do these. And then we got another squad here that just wrapped up what I told them to do. They're not able to find a lot of stuff. They're going through the whole, like, I'm queuing up 15, 20 buildings, and they're not coming out with a whole lot of stuff here. So you can definitely feel the difference in the availability of stuff. And I got to search even more buildings than I did before. I just click the ground. Don't do that. There we go. And we'll go ahead and get maybe these buildings here searched next. Okay. One of the things they also did in the patch, which I am very pleased to see, is they have brought back... you know what? I'm going to let you do that. They brought back the go to HQ button. Okay? But that comes with a little bit of a weird thing. Okay? We used to click a button down here to get out of the vehicle. And this button has always been there, but it's never really been required. And I've been like muscle memory clicking down here for that. So apparently we're just limited in how much space we can have here, which makes sense. There's certain, you know, stances and certain things that need to be down here as indicators. But now getting out of the vehicle is not here. So if you want to leave the vehicle, you have to press this button now, which I'm okay with. It's just going to take me a bit to not go down here first and then have to come back up, right? So yeah, another one of those things. How are you guys doing over here? I've had them searching quite a bit. Looks like they left some resources here and then just kept right on moving, which is a little bit strange. Why did you do that? It's a little odd. You guys have some good stuff. You guys are basically full. I'm going to have you guys come back to you because it is night. I want to make sure my people are protected here. I will probably send these guys back to HQ with the stuff that they... Actually, you know what? Go ahead and take this stuff with you. You got enough room for this stuff, too. We're going to go ahead and take this stuff with you. All right? Just grab that. Come back to your car. There you go. And now you can come back to HQ. Okay. So, yeah, I've mostly been, you know, skipping the stuff that's non-eventful and just sort of scavenging as much as I can. But we are getting to the point now, and we're not quite there where we're turtled in. We have several improvements that we still need to make on this side to really lock this end down. And then we can start putting all of our efforts in closing this side. But you can see I've got towers and stuff positioned. They're positioned in such a way that they can cover our weak spots, essentially. So this one here is positioned so that it can cover this wall if it's being attacked, as well as the gate and reinforce the help the gate out, and also this wall if it's being attacked. If I move it closer and stuff, I can get two out of the three, but I because of the sight lines and being blocked by buildings, I can't get all three unless I scoot it back a little bit, and I'm all right with that. I just want to be able to do that. And on top of that, like, this can cover it, but there's a spot there on that wall where it just can't help, and then over here it can't help at all. So I'm kind of done that. And then this one here is same thing. It's kind of positioned in a way where it can cover these two walls, but we're not going to get coverage on this tiny sliver. So if they break through this, then they'll break through it, right? It's going to have to fix it. But they're covered by two towers as soon as they get through it. So then we'll have that stopping them, and I'll be all right with that. Right here, same thing. Just a little bit of vision out that way, just enough to help shoot at it. Yep, to help cover that. And then this one here, also covering the gaps. And then finally, we have these two, which are going to cover each other slightly. There's a little bit of a difference there, but mostly covering each other there. So that's how the walls are going to go. All right. And I think it's going to turn out great. I think it's going to turn out just fine if we can get it built, though. As far as getting it built goes, yeah, these guys are stopping. I wonder if it has to do with the patch. I don't know. Maybe it like stopped my queues. I'm not sure, because I'm pretty sure I had these guys queued up for a lot of buildings. Either that or they finished it faster than I thought they would, and they found very little, which is totally possible. They're not finding a whole lot in these buildings, so it's totally possible that that's the case. These guys are done. We're going to send them over here. Let's have you come over to this side. One of the things I'm also noticing, and I'm hoping well, part of me hopes I'm wrong here. I'm not noticing a whole lot of attacks at night. I guess I expected more attacks. I say that as they're now infected right here, but I expected more attacks at night. You know, and maybe, you know, putting at 1.4, maybe that doesn't mean you're going to get more, you know, straight up hordes at you. Maybe that just means there are more hordes in, like, roaming in the areas, right? Which, if that's the case, then fine. I'm also, you know, killing a lot of them. So I guess that's a thing, but just trying to lead this thing over here and just kind of get it out of the way. Wait, I'm not getting attacked multiple. I'm hearing people, you know, call out like they're in trouble, but it shouldn't be. These guys aren't in trouble. They're not getting hit by anything. We're not hitting anybody here. There we go. Just quick little bit of kiting there. No big deal. There you go. We'll just bring them away. Bring them back. So yeah, it might just be like you know, it has more pods spawning on the map, but not necessarily running after me every night. I don't know. I guess I just expected more. Maybe that's part of the balancing changes. I know the pre-release, the balancing was very different than the release version. I think the release version is more time-based, which is different than I would have expected. I would have thought they would have done like the RimWorld thing where they made it more economy-based, right? So like the more people you have, the harder it gets kind of thing. Like it scales with you as opposed to just scaling over time. Because if it scales over time, and time is really the only variable that's changing the conditions. Did you guys seriously search all these buildings already? I mean, they're going fast. Either that or I'm losing my mind. Well, they're never going to get all these buildings done anyway. So if it's time-based now, right, then if you're good at the game, which, I mean, I don't necessarily think I'm, you know, the greatest player or everything. And I'm sure there's strategies and stuff that are more effective than I got, but, you know, I feel like I know what I'm doing at least, right? And I think if you're one of those people that know what they're doing, you might find that this difficulty starts out a little easier than you expect, but I'm hoping that it scales to be much more difficult than expected, you know, as we go. I'm gonna have these guys search these buildings over here.
Building clear.
But yeah, I've been heavily scavenging everything as much as I can. Another part of the update that just happened is that they have changed, or I believe anyway, it says in the patch notes that they've fixed how weather is forming up, right? Like how our weather keeps getting flipped over. It had to do with loading save files and sort of like what month and stuff that you reloaded your save in. And that was kind of how it was calculating before. I don't exactly know whether it's fixed, but I do see the forecast, right? It's like we have a really hot January, February, March because of my season's flipped, right? But then look at April. It freezes in April. So like, here's my dilemma. It was too cold to farm last month. All right, October was too cold. November had a penalty. Today's probably fine. But if today has a penalty, I guess that's a thing because it's already 37 outside right now. You can see it right there. You have to look up here. So here's my dilemma, though. Right, there's 12 months in a year, and it's giving me 1, 2, 3 good months. Maybe you could count this one as an okay month too. So 4 months before going right back into winter. Okay. So that's like backwards from what you would normally get in real life, right? You would normally get, oh my gosh, there's 2 separate groups here. That's a lot of survivors. Oh, baby. Can we get them? Go get the truck. I want to see if I can just talk to them and see if I can get them to come on in. Go get the truck. Bring them in. Can you get him?
Building clear.
Talk to him, talk to him, talk to him, talk to him. There it is. Tagging it up. Yep, encountered people, accept.
Send them in.
There we go. And then let's go get these guys too. We definitely want more people. So we're at 104 food. This is 6 days supply. What I want to shift focus on now, because we're getting less in the buildings, I'm not getting as much as I want. And also, like, we're getting further and further away. There's still a lot of buildings to scavenge. We can do this for a while, but we are getting further and further away. And how dense this area is over here. Because we're getting further away, it's going to become more challenging to scavenge large quantities of food how we want. Now, the other thing that's fixed, I've been told, is expeditions. They're back to being the way I expect. So we can run expeditions too. And I probably will with this truck, actually, as we come up here. Whoops, hang on. You know, you. Go get these guys.
Search done.
It's got to be close enough. Come on, it's got to be close enough.
Going there. We're on the move.
Okay, they're just wandering then. Fine.
All survivors.
We're just going to invite.
This is an infection-free zone. We provide food and shelter, safety and
Let's go drop off our stuff at the warehouse.
Join us.
And we got 2 people in the weather center, so they should be able to forecast pretty well here and tell me what it's going to be in May. But I want to start shifting, gears, like I said, and getting to, being a bit more on the self-sufficient side of things. I want to farm more. I want to, I want to do stuff like that a little bit more. So let's get these guys disbanded, and I'm gonna get, let's say, let's start with the farms. Actually, let's start with the barns. Yeah. So do you have a penalty this month? You get 40% from mood. So this is a full farming month, and yeah. Now we can't do the fertilizer because we don't have any. So before anyone says switch it, you can't right now. I don't have any. Last time we had a playlist and stuff, it was a little bit better, right? We had the chickens a while ago, but that's because we also did the tutorial and the story and stuff that way. All right, so these guys are here. We have 7 people. I'm gonna make sure we get plenty there and plenty here. We're gonna start getting these barns built as fast as we can. I'm trying to get the warehouse built over here, but that requires us to have a lot of wood, and we're just not quite able to get as much wood as I'd like. Maybe I can bring you guys.
Waiting orders.
Let's bring these guys back home too. Go back to HQ. And then you guys, I'm gonna bring people home for a second. All right, I want to send an expedition, maybe even 2 of them, but I need to have people at home to actually work. I got too many squads, too many resources dedicated to wandering around the map at the moment. So let's get some more people out here. And I can't dedicate anyone else to this warehouse, but what I can do is make sure that we have more people trying to get wood from that side. And then I can probably get this building here. We're going to start breaking this down. So I'm going to get 4 people working on this too. There's another 435 brick in this building, another 87 wood. So there's lots of resources there. And I want to get more of them working on that too. But if I can get this warehouse up, that'll feel really good, because then all this wood that we're tearing down is going to be great. And then I can also start tearing down these buildings and stuff too to bring them in. Now, as far as the base goes, as far as this expansion and everything, I have decided not to break down these buildings. We're going to use them later. I'm also not going to break down any of these buildings. We're going to use them later. I may break down this one though, and these ones over here. But our base will eventually expand out to this side, and we'll be using that. And then likewise, I haven't decided yet, but I may start incorporating some of this as well, but we'll probably break this down. And if we do use this area, it will be outside the wall, and it'll be a lot of farms, because the dead, or the infected, they don't appear to attack farms.
Building clear.
They don't seem to care about farms. So you can have your farmland outside the wall, and I think that's probably fine for the most part. So it's going to be 43 and 23 in May. That sucks. How close did we get to the next month? So it looks like I need 3 people in here to really get a solid bit of progress on the weather center. But I guess so. I guess that's fine.
Waiting orders.
Car, and this one's empty.
Waiting orders.
What are you doing, man? Okay, so these are bigger buildings. That's why it's taking a while. I've had a few people in the comments like ask me, why I don't stack people in buildings. They probably are seeing a lot of creators. They're probably seeing other people play this game and stack multiple squads in large buildings. I've responded to them, but in case anyone else is curious why I don't stack, people on top of buildings, it's because it doesn't speed up any scavenging. It just doesn't. At a macro scale, it doesn't speed up your scavenging. If you think about it, right? You're gonna scavenge that one building faster, but you're not scavenging resources as a whole any faster. Every person scavenges at a set interval, right? At any given rank. Okay, so every person at any given rank scavenges at the same speed. So this person here is an experience level. She's got that one little chevron. She's leveled up, so she scavenges at plus 10%. Okay, and that's the same for everybody, except if you're a rookie, then you have no bonus, right? But you get plus 10% on all these guys for scavenging, okay? And that's gonna be the same no matter who is doing it. So if I pile a whole bunch of people in a single building, yeah, you have 8 people doing it instead of 1, so you have 8 times the speed of 1 person on that one building. But if I have 2 squads spread out, we're still scavenging with 8 people. It's not the same. It's not one building, right? But it's still scavenging, and I get to have the resources just the same. It's just that I don't clear that individual building faster. So if you're seeing people do that, it's fine. There's nothing. It's not like they're doing it inefficiently or slow. I'm not against how they're doing it. It's just, you just have to think about it and go, well, they're not actually faster. It depends. Like, if your goal is to clear that building, then by all means stack it. If your goal is to gather resources to bring back to camp, you're not changing anything. You're still scavenging with the same number of people. The only way to speed up your scavenging efforts is to literally add more people total, not just on a single building, but add more people total. And then, yeah, you're scavenging faster. So right now I have only 2 squads instead of having the 6 that I was having for the last 2 nights. And so I'm going to scavenge slower this night. And what I'm hoping, I'm just kind of keeping my eyes open here, because I just got done saying I haven't been raided in a while. So I'm keeping my squads close just in case. Man, they just do not find anything though. This is one thing I hope they change in the future. I really want the game to be smarter with associating people with the vehicles that they're driving, right? So far, those things are not connected. It's like the vehicle is a vessel to take the squad. But when I put a squad in a vehicle, I want them assigned to that vehicle so that they don't walk all the way over here to go to this building and then have to walk all the way back to their car. I want them to drive their vehicle to this building, right? Because I want them to be nearby. And micromanaging that is a pain in the ass. And no, I don't want to say, go here and then vehicle, and then here and then vehicle, here and vehicle, here and vehicle. I don't need to do that. You're only going to be able to queue up half as many buildings when you do that, because there's a maximum to the number of things you can queue up for a squad. So now you're going to cut the number in half. And maybe at normal difficulty, that's no problem. But when you're at this difficulty and you clear this entire block and you have still not a full carload, you want to queue up as many buildings as possible. And yeah, so that's a little bit. Okay, these guys they've searched 3 buildings.
Receiving.
3.
Roger.
Okay, they did get some stuff actually. I didn't see this stuff.
Ready for action. Operator.
I think these guys already had this stuff in the car.
Ready for
I'm
action.
bringing you guys back to HQ. I want to turtle for a little bit. I want to get some progress done on the base. All right, so we're gonna bring these guys back,
Reporting.
and we're gonna put all the stuff in
We're
here.
on the move.
And then today is a great day for farming and doing all these things. We're gonna have a moon night in April, so I think what I'm gonna do is maybe halfway through the night or so in March, I'm gonna go ahead and send 3 squads out on long distance expeditions. They're gonna be able to stay out there for the remainder of this night, then all day, then through this night, then this day, and I'll bring them back, and they'll probably be full before then, but I'll be able to send them out there for a little longer duration. I feel okay about that, because again, if I get a swarm that comes in and it's, you know, actually a very hard thing, if it's something that's actually very hard, look at this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Huh? What's up? That's right. I got people on this gate. I didn't know I did. I actually had no idea that I had people on this gate, but I do. Got 3 guns in there too. So that's cool. I guess I do. I have people in this one too. Let's bring that down to 1. We're gonna go bow and arrow on these for a while, just because I really want to get an assessment of my weapons collection as is.
Reporting.
So let's go ahead and disband these squads.
Receiving.
So we have no squads at the moment. Now I have 100% focus. Well, I really should clear those guys, right though?
Operator.
I feel like I should at least clear the dead out of there. So why don't we come down here? I don't remember what building it is. We're gonna search these buildings. I don't remember which one. I think maybe it was this one. Actually, let's start with that one, or it's this one. But we're gonna clear that building out. Okay, so with the people we have now, we're gonna build the cookhouse today. We should probably get one of the. Let's focus the barns. Yeah, let's focus the barns. So the barns are first on the list. We'll max out the builders for the barns today. We'll get 1 person bringing things to the cookhouse. And then hopefully that warehouse finishes today.
Waiting orders. Danger close. This house is infected. Infected inside.
Gotta wait for that cooldown for the shots.
Danger close.
There we go. All right. That takes care of that.
Operator, this is big. In one of the houses, we killed 2 extremely fierce infected. Once they were down, we noticed that there was a child in there. A living, infected child. Must have been no older than 3. It ran on all 4s like an animal and jumped into the sewers before we could get it. For the love of God, if they can multiply. I don't even want to think what's going to happen.
So part of me says, haven't we already heard this one before? But it's because of I think it's because of the first 2 saves. I'll try to find it.
Try to find that kid. Keep it alive.
Waiting orders.
I don't know about keeping the kid alive, but yeah. You know what? I probably should have 1 squad doing this, right? Just continuously getting us food as fast as possible. I'm gonna go here,
Going there.
here. I just can't afford not to be scavenging every day with this difficulty. There's just not enough out here. And go out. I'm just gonna clear as many of these places as possible. And you can see I can queue up a whole bunch of them, but eventually the little dotted dot line stops coming to the buildings because I've reached my maximum queue, right?
Construction complete.
So if I was going back and forth with the car, I've only got 10 buildings queued up instead of 20. it's a pretty significant hit unless you're going to micromanage it, which, I mean, I could, and I was doing it in the first playlist, but I've also admitted that it was a bad idea to do it in the first playlist. So, yeah. All right, so wood is a major issue right now, isn't it? For building every building we have is all about the wood right now. Why don't we, assuming we have... All right, so it doesn't look like it's going to get cold. Maybe this update is resetting the weather, right? Maybe we're actually going to have a long summer now. That'd be cool, huh? Check out these assholes right here in my base. Now, I don't know if they actually try to steal anything. I think it would be a good thing if they tried to steal things or, you know, maybe tried to kill people or kidnap people, right? I wanted to also say something else. I've heard from several people in the comments that the armed people that you're running into are not always hostile, which is surprising to me because I've never seen one that isn't hostile. But all my experience with that is pre-release, right? So maybe that's not a thing, or maybe I just got unlucky. But I'm hearing from you guys that because I said treat them as hostile the very first time, it's now doing that to everyone, which it's not what I want. Maybe that was what I wanted before when I thought they were all hostile, but it's not what I want. And I'm wondering if there's a way to alter that, or if there's a way to, like, you know, change my stance. I don't know if that's a thing, but I do know that I'm going to take these guys out with extreme prejudice. And then I'm going to take their weapons. Take them. Are they not shooting? Is he immune to my bullets or something? What is this?
Operator, let's do it. Take him down.
Thank you. Like, excuse me? There we go. Anyway. So, yeah, I don't know if they're all...
Clear.
I really don't know if they are actually all bad. You know, like, that might not be a thing since you guys are saying differently, and I tend to listen to you guys sometimes. But, yeah, like, if they're not, then, you know, whoopsie on my part, I guess. Anyway, these guys are probably wrapping up. Let's see how much they got. All those buildings queued up. This is the last building in the queue. Well, it looks like oh, right. I did these three. How much have they gotten? You see that?
We're missing resources.
All those buildings that queued up. You see this shit? Like, hi, nothing here. Try again later. So it's definitely getting harder to scavenge things, and that's why we need to really buckle down and, you know, focus on getting...
Hostile group incoming.
Oh, hang on. Now, over here. Okay, now, this is, again, hostile group. Are these survivors, right? Could they have been survivors before? It says we're treating them as hostile. I don't... If they should have been survivors, you know, then maybe I could have gotten, you know, 9 more people from this, you know, which is going to increase difficulty even further. So I'm interested. I want to know if there's a way to change it. And if there isn't, you know, even if it's editing the save file, all right, if somebody knows how to do that, if somebody knows how to edit save files, or if you know how to maybe change my stance on that globally, I think that would be really great to, if we could somehow do that. There are 11 of them, it says. Yes, you're invited. Yeah, come on in. Come to us. You're invited. Here you go. That's excellent. So they'll make their way to us. Now, tonight is that, you know, rainy, stormy night, but this is also where I want to send that expedition, because we're going to have a moon night in the following night. Am I not predicting the weather right now? I am not predicting weather right now. Is that a big deal? There's not likely to be another moon night here. And aside from April, it looks like it's going to be okay growing season. So I think the weather is working its way to resetting to be proper, which is good. I'm really hoping that that's what's happening. All right, we now have a barn. Yay, which means we have a way to produce meat and also something that is producing fertilizer for us. And we can start using that on the fields over time. This one's now done as well. We can have up to 7 people working in this one, which is very good. Definitely like that. We can start pulling people off of scavenging just a little bit here to make sure we're maxing that out. And then I want to start getting the cookhouse going as best as I can. Still really want this warehouse built, though. Yikes. This thing isn't being built. Come on now. Let's do this. Let's get that built. All right. So this is... Like, again, supposedly they're raiders. Here's the thing, though, right? Like, okay, so do I automatically shoot at them? Because they have been charging me the whole time, right? Like, they charge me. They're hostile. And so we automatically shoot now. Which, again, I don't know if that's... You know, like, if you'd think if they weren't hostile, they wouldn't be charging at me. But they apparently are. Which is what's so weird about it.
Roger. On my way.
But I can kite them pretty easily with the assault rifles in the car.
Roger.
There we go. Yeah, just moving.
We'll get them.
There we go. Yep, pretty easy. Bang, bang.
Roger. We'll get
That was a pretty fast acceleration there. Jeez.
Kill them. Roger.
Got a Model S Plaid. I didn't even realize it. All right. We're going to say, let's bring you over here. We're going to get you guys in here. These guys are going to stop. Looks like there's 2 groups of survivors here. One of these is a group of 10. The other is a group of 1. Oh, interesting. So, yeah, there's 11 of them. So I guess they divided themselves up into 2 groups. 10 must be the maximum that can be populated in a group or something. Maybe. I don't know.
Operator.
Hi. Oh, that's a weird thing. Don't do that. Yeah, I just want to shoot them. Shoot, shoot, shoot. And there's another thing that they're going to do in the patch, which I don't like. But it's fine. It's fine. The patch is also going to tweak the AI for the infected to get them to be less likely to take the water when approaching or when, you know, traveling. So they are more likely to take this road here, which is fine. I get it.
We're on the move.
We can get ourselves like a little island base,
We're on the move.
protect ourselves, you know. I understand. All right, I want to send a few squads tonight. So we're going to say... How do we have 24 people on farming? How did that happen? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, wait. Yes, okay, so barns count as farmers. Got it. Okay, well, in that case, it does make sense. Max it out. All right, so I need, let's say... Let's go with... We'll send 2 expeditions. I still want more people at home. We'll send 2 expeditions. So I don't need... I can put you guys back on scavenging. It's fine. I'm gonna manually do that so I get them on the right jobs. All right, you guys with your assault rifles. The thing is, I don't need you to have really great weapons. Okay, that's the thing. You don't need really great weapons if you're going on an expedition. Okay, so we can send you with the pistols. We'll keep the big guns at home. It's fine. All right, there you go. And you don't need any ammo or anything. You're good. All right, just the way you are, like this. So we're gonna take this group. We're gonna get them into the truck. All right, and then you guys are gonna go on an expedition as well. We're gonna give you guys the pistols. Here you go. There we go. And then just get the assault rifles back in here. Okay. I'm just curious, did I just lose an assault rifle? Hold on, did I lose one? Keep an eye on the number of pistols for a second. I'm just curious on how this works. I'm gonna put a little bit of ammo in here. All right, now if I go 29 pistols, right? If I go like this, okay, it did add the pistol in. I was concerned that I had just like, I had one of these vanish on me for a second, and I was really hoping that wasn't the case, but I got a little nervous. All right, let's go like that. There we go, and done. Okay, see how cumbersome that is? I wish there was a button here that said equip with, and just choose a weapon for the whole squad. I feel like that would be an okay button. I know maybe it's a niche thing, but I think that'd be an okay thing to have.
We're on the move.
All right, let's send them with good vehicles because they could get ganked while they're out there. We don't need them to have max fuel, but I guess it's okay to have it. Let's see, where do we want to send them? I'm gonna send you there.
Going there.
So you just click in the middle of that tile that's outside your highlighted zone. That's how your expeditions are supposed to start. So we'll see if they're fixed. And then like I've had people say you have to get out of the vehicle and all this nonsense. You know, you don't. You don't have to do that. You're not supposed to have to do that. I mean, if you had to do it before, great, but you're not supposed to have to do that. Looks like this one has food and petrol station, and this one just food. I really just want food, like a lot of food. So I'm gonna send you down to this one, and we're gonna see. Now we need to keep an eye on it. In addition to keeping an eye on our base, we need to keep an eye on it because the dead can appear
Port spotted.
in these areas too. And it looks like you guys are getting hit. Really? Hold on. Oh, you're driving right through them. Okay, I mean that's fine, I guess. But they can get hit while they're out here, and you'll know it right away. If the dead are here, they'll appear. You'll see them before the car parks, or at least as the car's parking, and then you got to move quickly because they're all over it. So this one's going to get to the destination first, and it's safe there. It's good, so no big deal. And it's going to start scavenging already, so we're good. We can just let it go. Let it sit there. It'll do its thing. Okay, stop. The infected are right on top of the car, so we want to move that car, and we're going to move it to another place that's really good for food. I'm going to go over here. So we're going to get moving, and as long as we get it moving before that attack happens, we should be fine. You can see how it just kind of goes in a straight line, right? We're not following any specific roads. All right, so we're danger close on this one, too. I got a feeling this is going to be the norm for us here. Like, you know, we're going to have most of these map tiles are going to be like this. All right, let's say you go... Let's have you go to this one. And we're going to run out of fuel here, too, because these expeditions take a lot of fuel. Traversing this area takes a lot of fuel away from your trucks, like more than you would get driving the same distance in here. I don't know if that's intended. Maybe it is, but that's how it's been going. Okay, hang on. How did you get in here? I don't have anybody on them. I don't have anybody on the walls. That's why. I don't have anybody on anything. So that's why. Okay, so they haven't really broken this yet, but they look like they're about to. We're going to form a squad, form another, form another, form another. Oh, can't. Right there, and kick their ass. Dead. I just simply forgot to do that. Okay, fine. Let's take a look over here real quick. Let's make sure our truck doesn't get ganked. Nope, this one's going to be infected too. So you just got to keep moving until you find something like this has, where it can sit there and scavenge and find stuff just passively for you. I generally feel like doing it within your own zone, like doing these individual buildings and queuing them up, is going to get you more yield for the time that you're spending on it. But it's perhaps like that for lower difficulties, because lately I haven't been getting hardly anything. So, all right, this one's good. So we have the truck in this tile and the car in that tile, and they're going to go on those expeditions. So next is, I mean, maybe I can send one more. It's probably fine to send one more if I can do it. Let's have you go up to... We have 31 units of fuel. Are you kidding me? All right. So let's have you go to... This one had infected in it tonight. I don't know if they moved, but it did. I'm going to go down here with this car and see if that can get anything. The rest of you are disbanding and going back to work. And we're going to have you go into... Let's see. When is sunrise? It's going to happen in 5 minutes. Okay. I want you... Let's put a few of you on this building. We're going to do 25 builders on the cookhouse to get it done. The warehouse, we need to make sure that gets done too. We should definitely have... I hate that it's only one person can build it. Like one person working there, and that's fine, but one person building it doesn't make any sense to me. But I guess that's fine. I want to know the weather, so we're going to add that one more person there. And then we're going to see if we can't get more advanced on the weather there. Okay, everybody go. We got people on the chickens, maxing out the chickens. Looks like we're going to be producing meat very quickly. We're going to be able to use a lot of this grain. We're going to be able to make that meat. And then I just want to see, right, is it possible? Will we be able to cook the meat? That's the question I have. Because, you know, like I said, last playlists, it just wasn't possible. So I want to see if that's a thing. Hang on. We got to stop. Because they just arrived and apparently they're not alone. Yep, there we go. So we got to move them. We're going to go to here. Car's taking a little bit of damage. Oh, hang on. We got people over here too. So there's 8 of you. 8 of you. Okay, we're going to want to make a squad here, I think. You can take a few of you builders out of this. That's one more. Well, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Exchange with this squad. There you go. And then let's see if we can't, you know, All right, so they're not armed. They might be dangerous, but they're not armed. So I'm not that scared. I don't know whether the dead will move into these regions. Like normally it's like once I see them here, that's it. They're good. So like normally if there's dead in that area for that expedition, they would appear right away. Is what I'm getting at here. Is what I'm normally used to here.
Let's do it.
Just got to keep an eye on the expedition too.
Let's do it.
Okay, that looks pretty solid.
Ready for action.
Yeah, they're scavenging and they're safe. Okay. Back over here then.
Receiving.
Hi there.
Waiting orders.
Let's just stop right here, please. There you go.
Operator.
But yeah, if these were survivors that we could have had on our team, I'm really sad. Like, it would have been really great to have them, you know? It's like, shit. Like, that sucks that we don't have that, but yeah, all right. Nobody getting wood, huh? Okay, you 8 people go get wood, because we're going to need it.
Ready for action.
So the new people that just came in, they're going to be focusing on wood for a little bit. There we go. Come on. Just take them out. Yep, there we go. Down to 4.
Kill them.
You got it. Shoot it. There you go. There you go.
Going there.
Move a little bit. I mean, it's just, they're just following us with no hope.
On my way.
You know, I don't want to do it, but if they attack my car while I'm not paying attention, you know, they're going to do damage. And I just don't want to deal with that. You know, I don't want to deal with them doing damage like that. So,
Going there.
like, this car is in bad condition, right? I might want to look at repairing a car. Like, while we have so many cars still, and like there's 3 more that we know of on the map that we haven't claimed yet, so repairing a car is actually a pretty low priority because we can get them back anyway. All right, so let's just check in. Progress report on our cookhouse. It's mostly just wood that we're down. Yep, so let's pull this many workers off of it, and we'll go ahead and get the rest of you on wood, and then the other 3 that are here, why don't we start you on... You know, I feel like I want a tool factory. You know, I feel like a tool factory would be a good idea. And I think I've decided that the tool factory is going to be in this building over here. I think is what I'm going to put it. I'm going to make it this one. So we'll have those 3 workers working on a tool factory. All right. We don't need a whole lot for tools, right? We have 11 in storage, so we have enough to build the farms, but you need them to build fields, essentially, is what you need them for. Speaking of which, I should build more fields. So, oh, you're not going to let me line that up, are you? That sucks. All right. That's okay. That's okay. We'll go here with it, and then I'm going to put another one right here. And yes, I know I've had people comment about, like, you know, you can drag the fields. I know, I've showed it in a previous playlist. I know that most of you guys are coming in and just watching this playlist, and I get it. And just because you can do something doesn't mean I'm going to. You know, there's a reason I do certain things. And if I want it to be a certain space, or if I'm looking for like a certain look or a certain pattern or whatever, then, you know, I'm old school, man. Just let me click my mouse. I'm sorry.
Receiving.
Hey, look, we got a gun. That's good. All right. I mean, there's a question mark, so I don't know what to expect.
Waiting orders.
This one's got a gun too over here. Mostly food there, I hope.
Receiving.
This one had a couple of different resources that we might find. So canned food. Looks like some scientific materials possibly here too, which is going to be great. I really don't want to put people in the research center right now, so... And then once we have all the technologies done, we're going to just tear this facility down. We'll de-adapt it, and then it becomes housing again, right? So like both of these end up being like a housing area.
Operator.
Just fantastic, I think. Okay, so I'm going to put this guy back over... I want you on... We have metal? We have a good amount of... It's all wood, man. It's all wood. Everything that we're down on right now is wood. I'm going to go to this side. See, there's 145 wood over here. I'm going to have that be a thing. This warehouse should be prioritized as soon as that warehouse is done. I've got one more wood to deliver there, man. It just needs one more.
Start winding down for some rest.
It takes forever to build these buildings that only take one person because These tiny warehouses take forever. Okay, so this is going to be our moon night, right? And this is the reason why we're doing our expeditions like this, because of the moon night. So I can, let's say, pull... Let's get 2 more squads.
Receiving. Operator, ready for action.
We'll take the station wagon here
Waiting orders.
and the other one right here. Take these 2 vehicles.
We're on the move. Reporting. Going there.
No, this is the one that's in bad... This one's in bad shape? No.
Waiting
Oh,
orders.
this one's in bad shape. Oh, okay. Well, swap out then.
On my way.
Just in case you get overrun and I'm not paying attention. So just swap out.
Going
Get to
there.
this one. You there.
Ready for action.
You're going to go, let's say, to this building.
Roger.
And then you're going to work your way around and clear this block. Such as it is. There's probably not much there, but that's what you're going to do, man. I probably have already checked that building. I just clicked one twice. No big deal. We're just going to have you guys do those. And then, you know, when you're done with that, you'll probably, you know, be sitting there doing nothing, I guess. But and then you guys are going to head over to, I think, this region. I think right about here. I'm just picking a place. Like, pick anywhere and just do it, right? So go here, and then let's have you maybe hit this little area here. And then you'll probably wrap up with these ones, and hopefully you're close enough to your car to... But we shouldn't get hit by anything because it's a moon night, so... I'm gonna leave... Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna leave 1 squad availability open for HQ, and that's not scavenging, just in case like a pod like this shows up. However, if I take some people off of scavenging, I can at least get a couple in the towers here just to like watch for groups like that. So if they do show up, we'll at least be ready and we can see them and stuff. It's not such a big deal. We'll go with 1 more in that tower just to I gotta test the towers out, right? So see if the towers are still broken. So they can get to the tower, and they're in. Okay, towers are no longer broken, at least not in my version. It's not. Okay, so I had to pause it once I saw this, right? Because it's not fixed. Here's a squad, right? They came here in this car.
Reporting.
They have all these locations queued up, but they're gonna take their full inventory. We're gonna walk their ass back over here to drop it off. It makes no sense. Why are you doing this? It makes absolutely no sense.
Clear.
And yeah, so I want them to be,
Operator.
you know, smarter with cars, with car control, right? To say, I have this car, there are many like it, but this one is mine, and I'm going to use it continuously and repetitively until full, and then come back to HQ with it. That's what I would like them to do, but they just sometimes don't do it. Like, these guys are doing it, but because they walk around and don't drive their car to the location, now they have to go back and forth between what I assume is a prepper place, because this thing has a bunch of stuff in it. Maybe it's not a prepper place, but it's got a lot of stuff in it. And now they have to walk back and forth like this instead of, well, maybe they'll drive to the... Will you drive to the building? Will you drive there? Tell me you're going to drive to the building. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so you will drive to the building. Not as stupid as your buddies over here. How's our expeditions doing? All right, that's the end of the night. And, you know, we've got... It looks like, yeah, it's resetting summer. So it's resetting the weather kind of thing, which is cool. Now, it is too cold to farm today, right? It is. It's too cold to farm today, so we want to take everybody off the farms. The chickens can stay. Chickens can do it, so I'm not gonna, you know, take all the farmers off. Although it would be less clicks if I had just went like this and then went like this. It'd be less clicks, but then they're gonna have to shuffle. It won't necessarily be the same people in there. It's fine regardless. We're at 12 people. I'm gonna have a whole bunch of you getting wood today because it's too cold to do farm stuff. So off you go to cut down trees instead. Now, do these guys have weapons? There are 5 of them, and they do have pistols. We're going to just hope that they leave us alone. Anyway, how'd the expeditions do? Not bad. Full up here. They don't have these 4 slots. They will fill these 4 slots before they automatically come back. And then the truck's still got some ways to go because it has more storage space, so that's good. And then over here on this side, you know, you guys started late, but hey, you're doing a pretty good job over there. And I like the expeditions. I do feel though like they are kind of slower than searching the map, like I said, but I like them because we're not robbing like usable area on our map over here, right? So I still have these areas available to me for whenever I want. I don't have to go super long distances away and use lots of fuel and all that stuff, but so I like them because they're like set it and forget it. I don't have to queue up a bunch of buildings and micromanage them. I just say go to that tile and they just do it. And they're also not at risk. Once they get here and there's no infected, they're not at risk. They can just sit there the entire time. I don't have to worry about them, you know, getting ganked by raiders or anything like that. So, yeah. So, yeah, back to being cold. Back to being very, very chilly. And I think I'm going to pull, let's say, 6 people off of scavenging. We're going to go build, build, build. Now, that takes wood. But because of all the people cutting down wood today, I got hope. I got lots of hope, all right? At least one builder will bring a piece of wood over here and complete that warehouse so that these guys don't have to go very far and I can start breaking down these little buildings here. Boy, wouldn't that be great. They're not doing it, though. What are you doing? Can we shoot them from inside the building?
Take him down.
Yep. Shoot them from the building. There you go. Bang, bang, bang. Yeah, there you go. Okay, now we're getting wounded because it's like a simulated battle in there, which I don't like. There we go.
We're on the move.
Pop out. There we go. Perfect. All right. Well, we got a little damage. That's to be expected, I guess. We did have a firefight. But look, 3 guns. Nope, 5 guns. There were 5 of them. Just have 2 of them in our inventory still. So let's go get the guns. There we go. You can finish scavenging that building. And then I'll queue up the car. And then I'll queue up HQ. And we'll see how that works. Queue car, queue HQ.
Clear.
Is it though? Is it clear? That's the other group.
We're running out of resources.
I think the other group is probably almost done with their queue. You got to be getting close, right? Yeah, that's actually your last building in your queue. And you know what? You basically filled your car, so I'm liking that. That's good. You coming back? Oh, you are coming back. There you go. Okay, dropping off all those guns. I love it. I'm hoping we can get the guns. We can get all of our towers, all of our gates and stuff to have actual firearms. Instead of not I don't want to have the bow and arrow and all the shooting rocks and might as well have slingshots. I don't want that.
There's nothing left.
Come on, there it is. Now they'll go back to HQ automatically. I'm just going to go ahead and remove their queue and tell them to come back. And but you see, I've been focusing on, like the whole focus today has been trying to get stability with food, even though I had like 100 something. And now I'm down to 48, right? Like I need these guys to come back and with their supply, and there's not that much food in this supply. There's a lot of stuff. This one has a lot more food than anybody else, the truck. But there's still, yeah, like I got to bring this stuff back home, man. Okay, I'm going to bring everybody back because I want their stuff. These guys can, no, I want the workers. I'm going to bring everybody back, yeah. Everybody come back to HQ. No matter where you are, just come on back. Oh, we got raiders here. They have guns? They have pistols. 5 additional pistols. I mean, I don't have enough room for the pistols. Now, these guys have room for the pistols, but we also only have pistols ourselves, so not a good fight. How about you guys? You're getting shot. Yeah, the car's getting shot. Somebody asked me, why don't you just run over them instead of, stopping and shooting them? It's like, because there's, I guess I can show you why I don't do that. Well, hang on. I probably should. Okay, stop. I cannot, for the life of me, get this thing to... There, thank you. All right. Nah, that didn't show you very well there. Let's try again. Oh, they're going to go in the building now. Oh, well, that's... Yeah, that's great. Poop Toodles. I mean, I don't want to fight you on foot, and I guess there's only 2 of them. But then again, I also, you know what? This group will do it.
Receiving.
I was gonna say I don't have the storage space for your loot.
Port spotted.
Uh-oh. Okay, just making sure it's not at home. But you know what? I'll get them with these guys. It's fine. Well, they're in this building, right? There, we'll just come down here, and we'll just be like, hey,
Requesting support.
what's up, bitches? We're gonna come get them.
Support.
Yeah, there you go. Go get them, get them, get them, get them. Really? This is... Shoot him! Okay, good. Thank you.
Roger.
All right, now go back and get it. Yep, there you go. And you know what? You got room.
Operator.
If there's... You got 2 more spaces in here. You know, why not? Actually, you don't really have a whole lot more room because you got this. It doesn't matter. It's fine.
Receiving.
Just get in the truck. Come on down here. Come on.
Operator.
I can't click. There it goes. Come on down here. Grab that ammo. There you go. And now go back to base.
We're on the move.
All right. So that is the conclusion of my big scavenging night. I think that worked out pretty dang well. We've got these fields nearly done. We were able to get quite a bit of wood. Probably should get that storage started. The cookhouse is now done, by the way. We're going to switch it to meat because that definitely should be the thing that we're doing to properly test it. We do have 34 meat in inventory. Feels great. And we do have 32 bags of grain as well. And we're going to need everyone on farming again because today's a fluke. It's weird. Tomorrow we can actually farm again. And so we're going to want everybody on farming to properly test it. So that's how I'm going to end the video, is to properly test and see whether or not that's working or not. All right. I want to make sure that that's working. We only have 24 minutes and then we'll have some of these rations done. And then it'll switch to the meat after that. And then I think I'm going to go ahead and disband pretty much everybody here. Yeah, we don't... Let's disband everybody. Make sure we have enough people working on that. Cookhouse, let's go 25. Why not? Yeah, warehouse is going to get built. The tools, let's get that going. And then I guess if there's any other builders, they can just... if there's any spare people, we can just have them go get more brick out of this building. Let's have them get it out of this building. It's fine. All right. So how long does it take? 27 minutes it takes to cook meat, as long as they're bringing it in there. So done. Now they come out, they go get it, and done. All right, good. And now, of course, we're out of wood, so that's a problem. But we did make the meat. We have 24 new food rations that we've done ourselves. That's a very good sign. Okay, I'm gonna bring this down to just having, like, say, I don't know, let's say 8 people in there. The rest of you, yep, back on wood. Go get the wood. And then everybody else is doing their jobs. We've got farmers here. We can start looking at, we have 19 fertilizer. Okay, everybody's switching now. I only switched a few of them before because we didn't have any fertilizer. And so I wanted them to switch over automatically. But now we're going to have every field working on, yeah, fertilizer. That should be all of them. That one's already switched because it was one of the first ones I did. And they're all switched over now. Great. Now I'm going to have one more field. Put it right here. I can put another one right there. Yep. And I guess I'll put another one because my mast is in the way. It's fine. We'll put another one right here. It won't happen right away, but we need to be able to support having more barns, right? More chickens. I'm thinking probably barn. I might do this one too. It's a very small building, but I might do this one too. So it might be barn, 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 barn. And then I can probably put something else here. I'm not sure. And then this is a blank building. And then this is our warehouse. Might have wanted to switch this to be the barn and then this one to be the warehouse, but I think it's fine. That's going to be great. So now all these guys can drop their resources off over here. Cool, cool, cool. All right. So far, anyway, it appears as though the cookhouse works. Okay? At least it did today. I don't know if it's going to work forever, but it did work today. That's great. We have 4 days of food. I'm going to leave it here. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Be sure to like that video too, okay? We'll see ya. Bye-bye.